Welcome to Lay's Kitchen, where flavors are without borders. In this special sheet pan series, we are traveling the world, one pan at a time. From rustic Roman trattorias to lively Mexican fiestas, from the bold flavors of Vietnam to the Cajun coast of Louisiana, and finally to the bright, lemony sunshine of Greece. 5 recipes, 5 countries, one pan, bold global flavors, made oven easy. This is a sheet pan series. Golden crispy chicken, roasted with bell peppers, onion, garlic, and herbs. This is rustic Roman comfort food, oven easy, and it's a perfect way to start our sheet pan journey. This recipe is inspired by Chef John, whose flavors often spark ideas in my kitchen and takes me back to the wandering trattorias in Rome and Florence. The aromas of rosemary, garlic, and simmering wine were everywhere. Today, I am bringing those memories onto a single sheet pan. Start with 6 large bone-in, skin-on chicken thighs. Trim, wash, and pat them dry. Cut 2 slits across the skin side of each thigh. This helps render the fat and crisp the skin. Season generously with olive oil, salt and pepper, thyme, oregano, and rosemary. Massage everything in and let the chicken marinate. Next, slice 3 colorful bell peppers, yellow, orange, and red, along with 1 large onion. Chop 4 cloves of garlic and rough chop some fresh parsley to finish the dish later. In a hot pan, I render chicken fat from the skins for extra flavor, working in 2 batches. Brown the thighs, a few at a time, about 5 minutes per side until golden. This step locks in flavor and color. Transfer the chicken to a sheet pan once seared. Add more olive oil or chicken fat as needed. Then sauté the onions until translucent with charred edges. Add garlic, capers, and a small anchovy fillet for depth, and cook for 2 minutes. Deglaze with a cup of white wine and let it reduce by half. Stir in 2 cups of crushed tomatoes, a splash of water, and chicken bouillon. Cover and let simmer for 5 minutes. Then add the sliced peppers and cook until softened, tasting and adjusting, seasoning with salt and pepper. Place the chicken thighs on a large sheet pan with room between each piece. Ladle the peppers and onions in between, then pour in the sauce over the top. Wipe down the edges of the pan for a clean presentation. Finally, tuck pieces of torn prosciutto between the chicken for that extra savory kick. Bake at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 45 minutes until the chicken reaches 165 to 170 internally. The sauce thickens, the prosciutto crisps, and the whole kitchen fills with the aroma of Italy. Finish just like in many Italian trattoria. A drizzle of good extra virgin olive oil and a sprinkle of fresh parsley. Simple, rustic, and pure Italy. That's our first stop in the sheet pan series. Roman-style chicken inspired by Chef John and my travels. Next, we head west to Mexico for sizzling shrimp fajitas. Colorful, sizzling shrimp fajitas, roasted with peppers, onions, and spices. Quick, bold, and weeknight easy. With shrimp fajitas that come together in under 30 minutes. It's my go-to for a fast dinner, but bold enough to share with friends. We'll start by mixing a homemade fajita spice blend. Chili powder, cumin, paprika, oregano, onion powder, garlic powder, salt and pepper. Simple pantry spices, but when combined, they create that smoky Tex-Mex flavor. Wash and pat dry the shrimp. Then toss them with half of the spice mix and olive oil. Set them aside to marinate while we prep the vegetables. Slice bell peppers, yellow, orange, and red, and one large onion. Spread them out on a sheet pan and sprinkle with remaining spice mix. Coat with olive oil. Arrange in a single layer so they roast evenly. While the onion preheats, prep garnishes. Chopped cilantro, diced onion, lime wedges, and a bit of cheddar cheese for topping. Roast the peppers and onion at 425 for about 20 minutes until softened and slightly charred. Then add the shrimp. Roast 5 minutes per side until pink and juicy. Warm tortillas, then pile in the shrimp and peppers. Add diced onions, cilantro, salsa or hot sauce, and a sprinkle of cheddar cheese. Finish with a squeeze of lime for brightness. And here it is, sheet pan shrimp fajitas. Smoky, colorful, and full of fiesta energy. A dinner that's as fun to make as it is to eat. That's stop 2, sizzling shrimp fajitas. Next, we fly to Vietnam for bát luca, or shaking beef. Sizzling cubes of beef, caramelized with garlic, soy, and lime. This is bát luca, or shaking beef, a Vietnamese classic made sheet pan easy. From colorful fajita in Mexico, our sheet pan journey takes us to Vietnam, a place known for its bold flavors and lively food culture. Shaking beef is all about that sizzle. Today, we are making it with a boiler twist. Start with tri-tip steak, cut into 1-inch cubes. For the marinade, whisk oyster sauce, soy, dark soy, fish sauce, crushed garlic, sugar, and black pepper. Toss the beef to coat evenly, just enough to flavor without drenching. Marinate for at least 30 minutes, up to 2 hours. While the beef marinates, make a pot of steamed rice, the perfect pairing. I've shared my rice method in another video if you like a refresher. For the dipping sauce, mix lime juice, salt, and black pepper. It's optional, but that citrus kick really balances the richness of the beef. Preheat the oven to 550 on broil, with the sheet pan inside to get it smoking hot. Spread the marinated cubes in a single layer and broil for about 5 minutes. No need to flip. The broiler gave us perfect char while keeping the beef juicy. Scoop rice into a round measuring cup for presentation. Add a generous portion of beef and garnish with cucumber slices, fresh cilantro, and lime wedges. For even more punch, dip the beef into the lime salt pepper sauce. And here it is, Batluca, Vietnamese famous shaking beef, bold, sizzling, and full of life. That was Vietnamese shaking beef, caramelized and sizzling straight from the broiler. Next, we fly to the Cajun coast for a sheet pan shrimp boil. Shrimp, sausage, corn, and veggies roasted with Cajun spices and a splash of pale ale beer. A shrimp boil sheet pan style. We now land on the Cajun coast, where food is about big flavor, big fun, and sharing. This shrimp boil is my twist on a southern classic, made in the oven with a cold beer to match. Start with a colorful spread. Yukon potatoes, sweet potatoes, carrots, asparagus, bell pepper, corn, onion, and lemon slices. Add them all to a large sheet pan, then toss with Cajun shrimp boil seasoning, olive oil, and most of a pale ale, saving just a splash for the shrimp. Slice jalapeno sausage on the bias and layer it over the veggies. For the shrimp, season with a little more Cajun spice, olive oil, and that reserved splash of beer. Set aside to marinate. Slice rustic Italian bread. Drizzle with olive oil and sprinkle with salt. We'll broil this later for the perfect side. Cover the sheet pan with foil and bake at 425 for 25 minutes to steam. Remove the foil, toss the veggies, especially the corn, and bake for another 20 minutes uncovered. Finally, add the shrimp. Bake 5 minutes, flip, and finish for another 5 minutes until just cooked. Meanwhile, broil the bread at 550 for 2 to 3 minutes per side until golden and crisp. To serve, sprinkle with parsley. Drizzle everything with olive oil. Pair with broiled bread and a glass of white wine. This shrimp boil is a feast for family, friends, or even a neighbor on the deck. From the Cajun coast, we now land in Greece. Golden chicken roasted with lemon, herbs, and feta. Bright, bold, and Mediterranean. This is sheet pan Greek chicken, a place close to my heart after my trip to Athens and Paros last fall. The food, the sunshine, the warmth of the people. This dish captures that spirit on a single sheet pan. For the marinade, whisk olive oil with oregano, paprika, cumin, thyme, salt, pepper, chopped garlic, lemon juice, and finally, chopped lemon peel. Taste and adjust. It should be zesty and aromatic. Line up chicken drumsticks and pour half of the marinade over them. Massage well. Then cut slits on each side so the flavors soak in. Cover and refrigerate to marinate. Chop bell peppers, onion, sweet potato, broccolini, and add some cherry tomatoes. Toss with remaining marinade until well coated. Arrange the drumsticks in the center with space between each, and then scatter the marinated vegetables around them. Bake at 425 for 25 minutes, then flip the chicken, toss the veggies, and bake another 25 minutes. Finally, sprinkle with crumbled feta and broil for 5 minutes until the chicken browns and the cheese softens. Finish with a drizzle of olive oil and fresh parsley. Serve 2 drumsticks with roasted vegetables and enjoy a taste of grease at your own table. This dish is also perfect for meal prep. Store extra drumsticks with veggies in containers for the week and freeze the rest for later. Greek sheet pan chicken. Lemony, herby, colorful and comforting. Sunshine on a pan. And that's our sheet pan journey from Italy to Mexico, Vietnam, the Cajun coast, and finally Greece. 5 recipes, 5 countries, 1 pan. This is Lay's Kitchen, where flavors are without borders. If you enjoy this recipe, don't forget to like and subscribe for more authentic dishes from around the world. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.